So in my decade-long career of being a barber, there's been one career hack that has really taken my lifestyle, my business to a whole nother level. I consider this the ultimate cheat code for every barber, artist, entrepreneur, anybody with any art, craft, or business. That hack is mentorship. In my third year of cutting hair, I had gotten a haircut from my big homie, Steve the Barber, and that haircut changed my life. Like, the haircut was fire, but it wasn't even so much that I was so amazed by how I looked, even though I looked good. What really stuck out to me about the interaction with Steve was this was the first barber I had ever met that lived a life that seemed appealing to me for real. Every barber that I've ever been around, up until that point, was somebody who was complaining to me about money troubles all the time, baby mama drama, not living life on their terms, not having agency to do what they want to do. And Steve was the first barber I met that could control his schedule for real. Like, if people walked in the shop just because they were on that side of town, he can't cut them. He don't do walk-ins. He's too booked up. And up until then, I had never seen a barber that turned somebody away. So that was the biggest flex to me. So I started getting regular cuts by him. So I started falling in love with barbering versus how I'd been in love with the art of cutting hair. And after a few months of me just being exposed to Steve and getting game, getting tips and tricks and perspective every time I get a haircut, or I just hit him up about like haircut tips or just barbering things, because I was cutting hair on campus as a hobby. And barbering was my little mistress during my college career. It gave me an agency to build something on my own time with my own energy for my purposes. Even if the majority of my life was outside of my control, this little corner of the world, the corner where I cut hair in, was mine. Steve was the first mentor I had that opened up the door for what was possible for me, because I didn't see anybody like me cutting hair for real. Like, Steve's one of those people, he don't talk much, but every time he speak, he say some real nigga shit. But at the time when I met and started learning from Steve and like actually asked him to be my mentor right before I went to barber school, he had been like a barber for about maybe 8 years at that time. And I was coming in with maybe about 2 to 3 years experience. All the game I got from Steve shortened the time that it took me to learn skills that he learned. A mentor is the greatest hack for your skill set as well as your mindset. Mentorship helps everybody involved grow faster.